Hello, welcome back our dear students and welcome to session 2. This session is devoted to life issues. Very glad to welcome my dear student Maysoon. How are you doing, Maysoon?
I'm doing great.
Great, great. So Maysoon, I would like you to have a look at the pair of words on top of the word attitudes. Could you read it?
Right, wrong.
Right, wrong. Is there any link between right, wrong and attitudes?
Yes, I guess my attitude is maybe my opinion about others, about someone or something. It's also the way I behave.
Okay.
My behavior. And I think, yes, we can have right attitudes, right behavior, or wrong behavior, wrong attitudes.
So the word attitudes brings to your mind behavior, ways of thinking, opinion.
When it's related to right, wrong, because
when
my
it's related
attitudes
to
can
right
be
and
my,
wrong.
my body attitudes. But
I see.
Right, wrong, it means my behavior, I guess.
Okay. Well, you are guessing right. You are on the right way and not on the wrong way. And I am going to give you further help. So you'll be exposed to a few words or pair of words, just the initial letters of the words. Just by focusing on the initial letters, I would like you to guess what the full word is or what the full pair of words are. So have a look at the first pair, please, Maysoon.
Well, I think this is easy, or it's easy. The word is ethical.
Ethical.
Yes, already ethical is related to beliefs of what is morally wrong and right. So
that's right.
This is what we saw before. So ethical, and the antonym is unethical.
Ethical and unethical.
Unethical.
Okay.
Yes.
You think that they collocate well with the word
of course,
attitudes?
So we can behave or act morally or ethically or unethically.
I see. I feel that you are having a very good start.
Thank you, sir.
Let's continue. What about this pair? If you find this pair, then you deserve a present from me.
Okay. What type of present?
Find the pair first.
Okay.
Don't be greedy and curious.
Well, they look a bit tough. I can't get this pair. Can you allow me some time to think about them? But I want to ask you a question, sir, please.
Please do.
Is it a new word? These are new words? Or did we
since you are an art student, I don't think it is a new word for you. You saw it last year in a fairy tale in the third form arts program. No problem. If you can't find it, we can skip it.
No, we don't skip it. Just allow me some time to think about it.
You cling to the present.
Yes, of course. Next. Are there other words?
Okay, we'll get back to it later.
Yes.
The other words are my present to you because they are the easiest.
Yes, the noun from
the noun.
ethical, ethic, or
so
ethics.
It's ethic.
Generally,
usually
we say ethics.
In plural, that's right.
Yes.
So you think it's ethic. And we are left with this pair of words.
This is also easy. So ethical or moral, these are almost
near equivalents. Near equivalents.
Moral, ethical, immoral, unethical. Moral behavior is so. I think it's moral, immoral. And
moral, immoral, in the same way as we say ethical, unethical. Not the same negative prefix, Maysoon, is it?
No.
So
no.
Unethical with you.
UN. And the other one is im. I am.
Why should it be I am?
Because it starts with an M.
Oh, it starts with an M. Thank you.
Most adjectives that start with an M have the prefix or the negative prefix.
Could you think about other initial letters that might require M as a negative prefix?
Immature.
So again, it's M. Could you think about another initial letter?
Another one. Can't remember now.
You can't remember now?
Can't remember.
Okay. For example, balance and...
unbalance.
Imbalance, because it begins with B.
Yes, sorry.
No, it's okay, it's all right. You got your present anyway.
No, I should find these.
Oh, you didn't find them. So moral, immoral. Is that all?
Yes.
So ethical, unethical, well done. One final chance before the words pop up on the screen.
Can you give me
a hint, a clue?
Hint or help? Can you help me?
I'm going to do that because it's a holy month and because you are a serious student.
Thank you.
As far as the first word is concerned, I help you, it's not virtual.
Of course it's not. It has nothing to do with attitudes.
Yeah.
But because you said it's a word that we have already seen before, so
But the T is there. So there is a T after the R. And it's not virtual.
virtue?
Virtue, let me see. If you think it's virtue, can you think about its opposite that starts with VI?
Vice.
Vice. Close your eyes for a second,
Okay,
Maysoon.
I do.
Hope you'll find a good surprise waiting for you.
Can I open?
Just a second, you are so curious.
I want to open my eyes, please.
You want to see whether you got
How
your
many
present
do
or not. 3, 2, 1, look at the screen. Well
I
done.
did it. I
Very
did
proud
it.
of you. So
Don't forget the
virtue.
present next time.
Okay, any present you like. It shouldn't be food because it's Ramadan, you
Of
know, it's the
course.
fasting month.
Can
I'll
be
think
a
about a
plus.
present. Sorry, a plus.
A plus. That's one,
Materialistic
that's two.
girl. I know all students look for extra marks. You deserve it anyway. You will get the plus if you manage to give me the adjective forms of these two words.
So, I think we know, I know them. Let's say I have to remember them. Is it virtuous?
Virtuous? Yes. Yes, good start.
Yeah, but I can get the
You
other
got
one.
the extra half a mark.
Half? Only
Half
half?
a mark. If you manage to find the adjective of vice, you get the
I
other
think
half.
it's the same. So, virtuous, and we should have the same suffix. Still, I'm not sure about the pronunciation. So, how should you pronounce the word?
So you give a try and I will tell you.
Vicious.
Vicious.
Vicious,
Not bad
oh,
at all. I'm
okay.
going to be generous
Thank
today.
you, sir.
So you got
So
your
virtuous,
bonus.
vicious.
Exactly. And I think there will be no more surprises because the other words are, as you said, evident. So ethic or ethics as a noun. And moral and immoral are the last, well, pair of antonyms. So well done. I am really proud of your performance. And I find that
to you,
a good
sir.
stimulus for Maysoon is this bonus.
So for each correct answer, we get a plus.
In this case, I will run out of marks. I will be broke in terms of marks. We will see anyway. I will satisfy you. You know, I always do.
I trust you
Maysoon,
do.
speaking about ethical and unethical practices.
Yes.
Do you come across a lot of ethical and unethical practices in our everyday life?
We have both ethical and unethical
Okay.
practices. So,
Could you name any of these practices?
ethical or unethical practice?
Let's begin with an ethical practice, one single ethical practice.
Cheating,
Cheating.
lying,
Cheating at exams?
everywhere.
You did
Cheating,
that? You did
no,
that?
I've never
You've never
done
cheated
it.
at exams?
No, I never cheated.
Okay. I cheated once
But
at a geography test. And I got the lowest mark, so that taught me a lesson.
You
Never
did it,
cheat.
sir.
Never cheat.
I never cheated, honestly.
Good.
But pupils cheat. That's the truth.
So
we
that's
cannot deny
unethical.
that.
That's unethical.
That's unethical, of
Okay.
course. There's a lot of lying. We also
Lying.
lying.
You lie.
Not all people.
Do we say we lie on someone or to someone?
We lie.
On someone or to someone?
We lie to someone.
We lie to
We
someone.
lie
We
to
shouldn't
someone.
actually.
We
We shouldn't lie
of
to
course,
people. We
but
shouldn't
people lie.
be people who lie. We call them
Liars.
liars. Could you spell it, please?
L-I-A-R.
Okay, well done. Well done. Yes, you have got one more practice in mind?
Some people are not sincere, they're not honest, but there are also good people. So
Of
we
course,
have,
of course.
Both attitudes.
That's life. It's a blend of virtues and vices, as we said a few minutes ago. So, Maysoon, I am exposing you to 4 different attitudes or practices. You can see them in the middle part of the screen. And on each side of the screen, you can see some visuals or pictures. All that you have to do is match each attitude with the corresponding picture or pictures.
And then I have a bonus for the correct answers.
We'll discuss this later. We'll discuss this later because your friends are watching us. And if I agree on giving you a bonus on each or for each correct answer, then there will be some sort of riots now. Everybody would be demanding bonuses. So
As
let's
they
wait
are
and
giving
see.
correct answers.
I will
Okay.
help, don't worry. I will
Okay,
help.
so I have to match each
Attitude
attitude with
with
the
the corresponding
corresponding
picture or pictures. Would you like to start by reading the attitude?
And then I should say whether it is ethical or unethical.
That's right.
That is mentioned
That's
in the
right.
instruction.
Yeah.
Yes. Can I start?
Please do.
Okay. So the first one is dropping litter in the street. I think it's clear. It's B. We see a lot of trash.
Unfortunately, it's a very common image in our society.
Yes. And this is, of course, unethical.
Unethical. Okay.
We should not pollute our environment. We should
That's
not throw
right.
rubbish everywhere.
right.
So it should be in plastic bags and garbage cans, but not everywhere.
You are totally right, but on the other hand, governments have to provide citizens with enough trash cans so that they
But
can...
still, if you don't want to throw, you cannot throw. So
That's
you
right.
can put your trash in a plastic bag and take it with
It's
you.
all related to the mindset.
Yes.
To the
So
mindset.
still, it's unethical. We shouldn't do it. Whatever, whether we have garbage cans or not, we should keep our trash in our car or just we hold them till
Good
we
citizen.
reach our home and then we put them in the appropriate
Hats
place.
off.
Thank you, sir. So it's unethical.
Okay.
We should, of course, save our planet and protect it from pollution.
Okay, number 2.
Next is paying fares on public transport. That's, of course, ethical. A good citizen pays fares, pays taxes, and this is a duty.
Of course.
Okay.
It goes
So,
with
yeah.
which visual?
I think A, it's
With
clear you
A,
have means
yes.
of transport and you have a
The
ticket.
passenger is showing
the
his
ticket.
her ticket.
Yes, so the set of pictures.
Okay, some people do not pay fares and they consider this a sign of bravery, whereas it is
No, of course it's
a
not.
sign
It's
of
like
lack
stealing.
of citizenship. It is actually
like
stealing,
stealing.
yes.
Well, 3 is, I guess, or think, I'm sure.
Okay.
I'm sure. It's driving without a license. So we see
Do you have your
picture
license?
D. No, not
Not
yet,
yet.
but after the back exam.
Yes, good luck on your back exam and on your driving
you.
license.
So I can see here a policeman, or we have a car, we have a driving license.
That's right, and it is a crime, by the way.
It's
it
a
is
crime, it's an
dangerous.
offense,
Yeah,
and I think there is a penalty. So the court may disqualify.
Do you know any of your classmates who drive without a
Some of them
license?
do.
Some of them
It's
do.
risky, it's dangerous.
My son used to do it before he got his driving license, but I used to ask him not to do it, and I used to hide the car key.
It's risky.
It is risky.
They
He is
are
risking his
their
life
lives
and
and the
other
life,
people's life. That's right.
Yes, the life of others. So it's, of course, unethical.
And
And the last one is cheating at exams. We already said that this is unethical. It's immoral.
Yeah,
it's
that's
unfair
right.
towards
yeah, I told you I did it
hardworking
once, and
pupils.
I regret it. I will regret it for the rest of my
But
life.
just, sir, I want to say that pupils now use technology to
Oh, I
cheat.
should have chosen another visual,
Yes, they
a
no
more
longer write on
updated
papers.
one.
Yes, they use their
Electronic
smartphones
cheating.
to come in too easy
Yeah,
to
plenty of
to cheat.
ways. I feel outdated, so thank you for drawing my attention to that. Next
So,
time I will replace the visual by a more updated one. Let's check your answers, although I do not really doubt that you made any mistakes.
I'm also confident.
I know. You're growing more and more confident, and this fills me with happiness. So as you can see, paying fares on public transport goes with those 3 visuals, and it's ethical, as you said. The green color tells you that it's moral or ethical. Dropping litter in the street, very common, unfortunately, seen, and it is unethical.
So the green color, it means like a green light. You
Exactly,
can move on.
you can move
go.
on. Clever
And
girl.
unethical, it's like a red light, traffic
This tells me
stop.
that you will get your driving license first time. Not like me,
Hope.
6th
I
time.
hope so.
6th time it took me.
Really?
Because I got it at an older age. So get it soon. The sooner the better.
Hopefully.
See, cheating at exams, and you said it's unethical, and you commented on those 2 techniques. You said they are laughable ones. They
still use them, but
still use
they
them.
use
Please
more.
update me so that students do not trick me. I will not tell them you told
Already
me
you do
anything.
not allow us to have our mobile phones during the exam.
I try as
so-
much as possible to do it, and even the law.
So already-
You can actually tell your friends not to do it.
Yeah, so please don't cheat. Just rely on yourself. And the one you're going to copy from his test is not better than you. So if he managed to answer correctly, it means you can do, and you can even do better. So just rely on yourself, work hard, and you will have excellent results.
So bear in mind Maysoon's piece of advice.
No one is better than you.
So D, driving without a license, and you did say it is unethical, so what you did
an offense.
is perfect, no surprises, thank God. Still talking about ethics and moral values or attitudes.
Yes.
Do you think that this issue of moral values and ethics is a recent one or is an old one? Has it existed for a long time or is it a recent phenomenon?
No, I think values and attitudes are universal and are timeless.
Okay.
They enable us to know when to draw the lines. They also highlight to us the lines we should never cross. So they are timeless, okay? So I think that if no one has learned, if a person has never learned about moral values, how can he or she decide between what is good and what is bad, what is wrong and what is right? So they are universal, they are global, and they are timeless. We need them all the time.
I cannot agree more with what you are saying. If I tell you this word, and ask you what it brings to your mind. The bard.
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare, the bard.
The bard.
The word bard starts with capital B or small b?
Capital B.
Capital B. So there's only one bard, capital B, Shakespeare.
Because I think in Old English, the bard means the poet. The general meaning of the bard is the poet. And with capital B, just to say it's Shakespeare. It's not any poet, it's not anyone. So.
Congratulations on your good memory. We spoke about Shakespeare in the first unit of this year and you still remember it. Your memory is still fresh. You have got an elephant's memory, I touch wood. Shakespeare, 4 or 5 centuries ago, spoke about those attitudes, preached them, recommended them in many of his books and masterpieces. You can see on the screen some selections or quotations taken from Shakespeare's books. I would like you just to read each of these quotations and try to match it with the attitude on the right side of the board that it corresponds with or that it recommends or preaches. Do not panic, you will come across some old English words. I'm sure you can rely on your strategies to understand them and decode the message.
If I fail, I will ask
Of course, please do.
So, shall I start?
Please do.
Okay, the first one, I do love my country is good, with respect more tender, more holy and more profound.
Okay.
I think this is easy because it already states I do love my countries. So it's D, loving one's country.
Loving one's country. It looks correct. We'll check later. Let's wait and see. I cannot tell you now.
Here, I can't see any difficult word.
So far, so good.
Yes.
Okay.
Next one.
Please.
Cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never taste of death but once.
Just before you answer, I would like to help you by asking you to find out a pair of antonyms in this statement.
Well, there's a new word, a word that I don't know, but maybe the first word I know, it may help me. So cowards, these are people who are fearful.
Fearful people, yes.
Yes, they cannot act. Generally, they are afraid of acting or, and maybe valiant is the opposite or the antonym, and it means that someone is brave, courageous.
Person. A valiant person is a brave person, a courageous person.
Okay, so I guess it may go with where being brave and fearless. See.
Being brave and fearless with C.
So brave, valiant, brave, courageous.
Yes, yes.
Yes, and fearless.
So Shakespeare is praising bravery here. What about number 3?
We are gentlemen, that neither in our hearts nor outward eyes envy the great, nor shall the low despise. The language is becoming
no
more
problem,
difficult
but
now.
still you can cope with it. Do not worry.
Yes, there is a word that it may help me. I think envy.
Envy.
So being envious, being jealous.
Jealous. Are you?
So we should not. No, of course not. Of course not. If you ask anyone if you are jealous, no one is going to say yes, I am.
That's
so,
right.
Of course not. So I think envy the great, nor shall the low despise, looking down.
Yeah, if you despise a person, you do not respect him, you look down on him.
You look down on him. So that word may help me. And I think this should be, of course, respecting all people and not being jealous.
So you think it goes with G, respecting all people and not being jealous of them. Let's wait and see.
Okay. 4. Love all, trust to few, do wrong to none, be noble for thine enemy rather in power than use. That word thine is a word
Thine
that you're not
enemy,
used
thine
to.
enemy.
Your.
Your, excellent.
That's Old English.
That's Old
And
English.
can I use the same word
No,
now when
not
I write
now,
in my
no,
writings?
No, it's Old English.
It's Old English, so it's no longer used.
No.
Still, the first part is easy.
Okay, that could help you.
It's guiding, because love all, so you should love
Everybody.
But you don't trust everybody.
Exactly.
Trust a few. So I think it's A, loving people and being prudent.
Okay, looks correct. Let's wait and see.
You're not
Number
going to
5.
tell me now?
No,
It's correct.
later.
Okay.
Some suspense.
Be to yourself as you would to your friend. Yes, I'm going to read the next one. It's clear, it's your friend, so it's taking
concise.
care of friendship.
Okay, do you have a lot of friends?
Yes, but not all of them are best friends.
Okay. So you said taking care of
Taking care of friendship.
Okay, 6.
The silence often of pure innocence persuades when speaking fails. We have something similar in our language. In Arabic.
We do have something similar, that's right.
This is
Even in the attitude part, I think you can find something similar to our mother tongue.
Yes, it's easy. Acting according to the proverb, speech is silver, silence is gold.
That's right.
And next one, this above all, to thine own self be true, and it must follow as the night, the day, thou canst not then be false to any man.
Thou canst not.
Do
not give up.
New words.
Very soon you are not the kind of student who gives up that fast.
I try, but there are many words.
Thou
Your.
canst not.
Thine. It's
No, I'm talking about the next line. Thou canst not.
The last part is easy. Be false.
Yeah, that's why I focused on the last part. I meant to help you, Maysoon.
Yes, but the language is a bit tough. We're not used to it. So be false to any man means you should be truthful.
Exactly.
I
told you would be able to understand yourself.
So you should look for something which we have to be.
It has to do
truthful.
With truthfulness.
Truthful,
yes.
not false to any man. Which one? We have already dealt with the first one, the second one, the third one. Already I have chosen it. I'm just left with
2 alternatives.
E and F. I think F, being frank and sincere.
Being frank and sincere, being truthful, being candid.
Sincere is already being truthful.
It helps you. Honest as well. Okay. We'll check later, but let's finish with number 8.
Yes, and with number 8, I don't have to guess. Already I'm left with only one alternative.
Could you just read it, please?
Yes, of course. The mind I sway by, and the heart I bear, shall never sag with doubt, nor shake with fear. Know this word, never shake.
You are familiar with the word shake?
Shaken.
It's a regular or an irregular verb?
It's an irregular verb. It's an irregular verb, of course.
What's the past?
Shook.
Shook. Double O, 1 O.
Double O.
And the past participle?
Shaken.
Shaken. It reminds me of take as well.
Yes, took, taken.
Okay, thank you.
And already there is only one answer left, which is being self-confident and courageous.
Being self-confident and courageous or brave with E. I hope your answers are correct, but let's check.
Okay.
So we begin with the first statement. I do love my country's good, with respect, more tender, more holy and profound. That's loving one's country, so well done. Could you, Maysoon, think about one word to replace the whole expression loving one's country?
Patriotic.
Patriotism, exactly. Being patriotic. Loving one's country. Good start. Cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never taste of death but once. Being brave and fearless, and that was what you said.
Yes, of course.
Well done. We are gentlemen that neither in our hearts nor outward eyes envy the great, nor shall the low despise. You relied on your knowledge of the word envy and despise, and you said it's respecting all people and not being jealous of them. So far your answers are perfectly correct. Love all, trust a few. Do wrong to none. Be noble, for thine enemy rather in power than you. You said it's loving people and being prudent, so you love everybody, but you do not
you should not
trust all of them
all of them
blindly. 5. be to yourself as you would to your friend. That's taking care of friendship. And you said that you had some true friends. Actually, there is a proverb, it says, make new friends and keep the old. One is silver.
The other is gold.
The other is gold. 6, the silence often of pure innocence persuades when speaking fails. And you said it's about speech is silver and silence is gold. And you said we have got an equivalent one in our native language. 7, this above all, to thine own self be true, and it must follow as the night the day. Thou canst not then be false to any man. Shakespearean, typically Shakespearean English, very
yes.
soon. But in spite of that, you managed to decode the statement, and you said it goes with being frank and sincere.
You taught us how to guess from context, so
And
how
you
to find
managed to
clues and words
grasp
that enable
and
us to
invest
understand.
this perfectly well.
Thanks to
So
you,
I
sir.
can only applaud your performance. 8, the mind I sway by and the heart I bear shall never sag with doubt nor shake with fear. That's being self-confident and courageous. So 0 mistakes. When you heard the word 0, you panicked, but I said 0 mistakes, so well done. Well done. We are going to make a small jump in terms of time or history, and we are going to see another writer or poet who spoke also about some of the ethical values and attitudes. So as you can see, this is a poem entitled If. It was written by the British Indian poet Rudyard Kipling, who lived between 1868 and 1936. Of course, the heading tells you about the title, which is If. But does If appear only in the title?
So I can see that If appears in a
There are
front of
plenty
many
of ifs.
lines. It's through the whole poem, except the last lines, or 3 last lines.
So it is frequently used throughout the different parts of the poem, that's right. Do you have an idea what If expresses?
If states a condition without which the result or the action of the main clause cannot be achieved. So it states a condition that is important to achieve another action or another result.
So If is used to express condition, you said, and this condition is important because without which a result cannot be achieved.
Cannot be fulfilled.
Okay, and in this poem, as you can see, we do not have just one condition.
Many conditions.
We have a lot of conditions.
The whole poem is...
So it is very hard to respect all these conditions. And as you did say, and you were right, whenever there is a condition or there are conditions, we expect to find
a result
of the condition. In your opinion, where do you think the result appears?
I think it's the last part of the poem, mainly the last 2 lines.
Yes.
Because we have here, if you can fill the unforgiven minute with 60 seconds worth distance run. So it's already the conditional statements, the main clause and the if clause. Yes. And the last 2 lines, I think we have the result. So you have to achieve all these, or you have to do all these.
In order to reach that result.
In order to reach that result.
Could you read the result, please?
Yours is the earth and everything that's in it. And which is more, you'll be a man, my son.
So do you have just 1 result or 2?
2.
What are they?
Yours is the earth, so you'll be the owner.
You'll be the owner of the earth, the master of your own destiny and the earth.
Have control on it.
And the second result? Yes.
And which is more, you'll be a man. You will be a man.
Capital M.
Capital M.
To decorate the line?
No, because it doesn't refer to gender, male or female.
Okay.
It
Nothing
refers
to do with the biological meaning.
Yes, to be a human being, a real human.
So it's the moral meaning of manliness rather than the biological one.
Yes, of course. That's why it is capitalized.
This means that you cannot be a man without respecting those
all
conditions.
These, or without maybe adopting all
what
these
you are
attitudes.
Saying is logical, is sensible. Let's check. So if is used to express, it states a condition, as you said, without which the action or the result in the main clause cannot take place. So it's correct. I asked you in which part of the poem the writer gives the result, and you said the last lines, the last
2 lines.
2 lines, in the last 2 lines of the poem, and you did explain that perfectly well. You noticed that we started with the results. But I think it's also important to go through the conditions. So
many conditions.
Many conditions. So it's really a challenge. And you notice that even the poet kept saying, if you can, meaning that it's not easy or evident that everyone or anyone can do it. I'm going to expose you to a table including 2 boxes. You notice that the first box on the left includes some of the quotation takes from the poem, and the second part includes the attitudes that the poet preaches. So you are going to complete this table with the missing expressions from the bottom of the screen to get either the attitude or the quotation.
So in the box I have either the attitude or the quotation, and then I should... okay, shall I start?
Please do.
The first one, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you. Trust in yourself is being self-confident.
That's right.
So I think it's be self-confident.
So being self-confident, let's see. Well done.
Be patient.
I think that's easy.
Yes, let me check. The first one.
Could you read it, please?
If you can wait and not be tired of waiting.
So waiting is a sign of patience.
Yes.
People who are impatient cannot bear waiting.
It's always difficult to wait for a long time.
That's right. That's right.
Especially nowadays, people at home, they are bored and they have to wait for...
Exactly.
And patience is important, so yes, be patient.
That's right. It's a bless.
Of course.
So yes, it's correct if you can wait and not be tired of waiting. What about number 3?
Don't look too good or too wise. Don't look too good, it means don't be arrogant.
Okay.
So you look for, yes, we have it, don't be arrogant.
It's already there.
Be modest, be humble.
Don't be arrogant, be modest or humble, as you said. Well done.
Accept a win or a loss.
Exactly.
Okay?
Accepting a win or a loss.
I think this goes with if you can meet with triumph and disaster. Already triumph means an achievement, victory, so
close
success,
to the word win.
Winning or success.
And disaster?
Maybe failure here.
Failure here, yes.
Even if I believe that failure is not a disaster, it's not a disaster, it's never a disaster.
Actually,
maybe sometimes failure paves the way to
That's right.
to
Actually,
success.
the word fail, F-A-I-L, it means first attempt in trying. So you have to make many other attempts. So let's check. That's right, but I wonder why triumph begins with capital T and disaster begins with capital D.
Yeah, I don't know, but I can guess. You already taught us that when words are capitalized, they may be personified. It means the writer is treating them like a person.
That's right.
So maybe he's personifying them?
Yeah, maybe he's personifying them. Well, actually he is. This is a technique used in order to shed light or focus more on these values. Or these words, triumph and disaster. What about 5?
If neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you.
Do not ask me about foes.
It's a new word.
Yeah,
it's
but
a new word.
Do not panic. Just look for its antonym somewhere in the same statement.
Friends.
Well done. So can you guess now about the synonym of foes?
Enemies.
Excellent.
These
So foes are enemies,
foes,
friends.
is my pronunciation correct?
Foes, your pronunciation is perfect.
Okay.
It's better than mine, actually.
These are it's never better than yours. So enemies and friends.
That's right.
Already I'm left with 2 alternatives. So I think be cool in any situation.
Be cool in any situation. Let me see. Well done. So be better than others in every situation. You said if you can talk with crowds and keep your virtues, that shows some kind of self-confidence.
Yeah, sometimes it's not easy to face the crowd, especially when people...
It's apprehensive.
Yes, especially when the crowd is acting unethically.
That's
when
right.
you have a moral decline and you are the only one who is trying to try to act ethically. So it's sometimes difficult.
That's right.
To face the crowd. So it's good when you can talk with crowds and keep your virtues without being affected by their...
Maysoon, your performance is impressive so far, although some of the activities have to do with Old English, but they are challenging, and in spite of that, you managed to deal well with them, to cope well with them, to overcome all sorts of difficulties. I can only be proud of you.
Thank you, sir.
Maysoon, the examples we took from the books of Shakespeare and from the poem of Kipling are just a few examples of ethics and ethical values and attitudes. Of course, there are other attitudes and values. We are going to see some of the ones already mentioned, and we are going to see other ones in the following activity. So I would like you to provide the right form of the bracketed words, and we begin with the first sentence. Could you read it, please?
Yes. love your country and be devoted to it.
Be devoted to it. We will see later.
Take care of your friends.
Friends,
I would
okay,
suggest
we should take care of our friends. But if we want to refer to the bond that we have with somebody and the relationship we have.
Friendship. Then
So
it's
friendship or friends. We'll
But
see.
is it correct to say take care of friends?
Definitely, totally
So
correct.
both possibilities
I would like to go back to the first word, devoted, you said.
Yes.
Could you think about a near equivalent to it?
Committed.
Committed.
Dedicated.
Double M, double T, double M1T, one
Double
M,
M,
double
double
T.
T.
Double M, double
Double
T.
T.
Well done. Committed, and you said?
Dedicated.
Dedicated. 2 or 4?
2.
2. Okay, well done. Could
I'm
you
a
read the
good
next
pupil.
one? Exactly.
Be patient, brave, and self-confident.
And I think you have these 3 qualities.
Right.
What about the next one?
Respect all people and never show jealousy.
Jealousy, very
We
good.
need the noun.
Jealousy. And you mentioned a near equivalent to it a few minutes ago.
Envy.
Envy, exactly.
Envious.
Envy is the adjective.
Adjective.
Next.
That's easy. So we have truth and sincere. We have an adjective following parallel structure rule. It should
Good,
be another
good.
adjective. So it's truthful and sincere.
So be truthful and sincere. We will see later.
I'm
Could
eager
you just
to know
read the
if,
next one?
Yes.
Just
Be
wait.
better than other.
Remember that waiting is a sign of patience.
Be better than others.
Others, there's a
No,
missing S, it
yes,
fell
yes.
down.
Let's look for it in every situation.
Good. Then,
Don't be arrogant and selfish.
selfish.
Still the same. Here we have an adjective and another
Arrogant,
adjective.
so we need another adjective.
Yes.
Selfish.
Same form. It's parallel
So
structure.
you need to,
Care for others as for yourself.
exactly.
Be generous, helpful, and friendly.
Helpful.
Helpful.
Double L or one L?
One L.
One L. I know my questions are easy now. Do not ask for a bonus.
Of course, I will ask for a bonus. You already
You deserve a bonus because you said you never
cheat.
cheat.
I've never cheated.
Next, please.
Respect the rules of pay, fares, and taxes.
I
If
like
you
the
give-
fact that you skipped the word and read the
I
rest.
need to understand the context so
Good.
that I can give
Good.
right. You know, it's not good when you just answer fast. Sometimes you need to take time to think, try to understand the context.
That's
so that
right. That's
we
right.
make sure we have a correct answer. Of, I think I need a noun.
You do.
It's not citizens. It's not like take care of friends. It
Yeah,
cannot
we
be
don't
rules
refer
of
to people, do
citizens.
we?
I will opt for the noun of the state of being a citizen.
Yes.
Citizenship.
Citizenship. It sounds correct. I told you about this ship suffix.
Yes.
We added to
Nouns.
another noun to refer to the state.
To the state of being something.
That's right. That's right.
Time is precious. You know how to use it sensibly.
Know how to use it sensibly.
I'm sure about this one because it's how to use it, the manner, and to use it, the verb. So it needs an adverb.
So you definitely need an adverb. Sensibly, that is reasonably?
Yes.
Okay.
Good judgment.
Okay. Could you read the statement or
Wisdom
the saying?
is knowing what to do next. Virtue is doing it.
Very good piece of advice, isn't
yes,
it?
yes.
Okay.
And wisdom, is it
Wisdom.
related to sensible?
Actually, yes. There's a suffix here.
Is it
If
a
you
form?
delete the suffix,
I know the word wise.
exactly. So that's the noun.
That is the noun.
So wise and
Okay.
sensible are very close. You are right.
Good judgment.
Yeah, you did very well, and you judged it very well. Let's check your answers. I feel that your answers are correct. So first word you said
Devoted.
devoted, no surprise. Second word
I said friends.
you said
And
friends.
then I said friendship, but it
and
was
I
after
said
your
I can
help.
tolerate either, and both are correct. Thank you. Next word you said
Jealousy.
jealousy. Jealousy. Yes, it's correct. Then be
Truthful.
truthful. Again, your answer is correct. Next,
Selfish.
selfish. Loving oneself, caring only for oneself. That's a very bad thing to do. We have to care for others as we do for ourselves. And then,
Helpful.
Be generous,
And
be
helpful.
helpful, 1L as you said. Then
I suggested citizenship for this one.
citizenship, and you gave me logical reason for that. You said it's the state of being a citizen or member in a society or a community. Even member has got the noun or the state noun, membership. So
Membership, yes.
same suffix.
And it was sensibly for this one.
Time is precious. Know how to use it sensibly or reasonably. Do you use?
Wisely.
Do you use? Are you using your time sensibly, Mason?
I try.
You
I'm
are trying to. Now,
yes.
we have been in this lockdown period for a long time. Have you spent your time doing constructive activities?
I'm trying, yes.
I know you are
I try to take
fond
advantage
of
from.
Facebooking. And we are friends on Facebook. That's why I'm asking you, because I noticed that many students your age and younger or older spend their time Facebooking,
Yes,
surfing the net.
Very active.
I know. Well,
Very active.
it's not wrong to be active on social media, but you should be doing something constructive and useful. The times that we are living now require a lot of activities and activism. All of us have to play a role in raising awareness.
Yes.
So using your Facebook account can also be a tool or a weapon to raise awareness.
Yes, already social media is used as a weapon to raise people awareness
That's
about so
right.
many different
That's
issues
right.
or topic.
So
Not all of them, but so many people use it really to raise people awareness about different topics.
that's right. So here comes your work. Since you are fond of Facebooking, so here is an activity that I will need to check or monitor. Right? Could you just read the topic first?
That's among the disadvantages of being a friend with your teacher. So there is no escape.
Exactly. Do
We've-
not block me.
No, of course
Okay.
not. So with the outbreak of novel coronavirus, COVID-19, you notice that many people are careless and indifferent towards physical distancing and are not respecting the rules of confinement. Others are emptying groceries and supermarkets, spreading fear and depriving the community members, especially needy ones, of vital supplies. You decided to share a Facebook post in which you highlight the moral values, attitude, and good behavior to be adopted by people that would help limit the spread of the virus and ensure the well-being of everyone.
So what are you supposed to write, Maysoon?
A Facebook post
A Facebook post about what?
about moral values and attitudes that we should adopt in these exceptional circumstances,
Right.
the spread or the outbreak of the novel coronavirus.
Can you think about some of the ideas you might include in your
Yes, some of the
post?
attitudes we have already seen together
That's
earlier.
right.
So like being patient. I think people should be patient. I know it's not easy to stay at home for a long time, but it's the only way to keep safe, to stay healthy, and to avoid the spread of the virus. So patience is important.
Patience is very important, absolutely.
Yes. Another idea is being generous
Yes.
and helpful.
And give your students extra
Yes.
marks.
It's not related to
Those who
the
deserve it.
virus. Yeah.
Okay.
So stop being selfish, be generous, think of needy people who may need our help in these days or nowadays.
Absolutely.
So you can donate money, or you may provide certain vital supplies for needy people, or maybe donate money to certain humanitarian associations that are already doing a great job to help needy people.
Right.
Another advice is, I think we should not forget elderly or old people that are vulnerable.
That's a good piece of advice, yes.
Yes,
Take care of elderly people.
And they are isolated, and they are vulnerable to the disease because of their age. So it's good if we remember them, if we can do certain shopping for them, do whatever
Lend them a hand,
necessary, lend them a hand.
lend them a
And
hand.
in that way, we make sure that they will not take the risk to go out to shop or whatever, especially that because of their age, they are more vulnerable
That's right.
to this virus. And I think there is another advice that we have already seen, which is using time sensibly. Now, people have enough time, a lot of free
That's
time.
a good piece of advice.
Yes, a lot of
Know
free
how
time.
to use your free time.
Yes, and time is precious. So
Time is money.
Take advantage,
Time is
benefit
money.
of this time that you are spending with your families to do something beneficial.
That's right.
So
You
These
mentioned
are-
plenty of
these are the
important, interesting ideas.
Yes.
Let's see whether the ones you mentioned will appear on the screen now or not. So these are some ideas which I meant to share with you, and I feel that most of them were already mentioned by you, so well done. Let's begin with the first idea. Could you read it?
Be patient, everything will be all right.
Yeah, very soon
very
students will go back to school.
Yes, you will resume
Right.
regular classroom studies in
am-
orderly conditions. So
Yeah,
you
I
don't
miss my
not-
students.
You needn't worry so much.
Exactly.
So we'll see you soon in our classes.
We say that the darkest hour is always before dawn. Second,
Don't be selfish. I said it.
you did.
Yes, care for others and think of the needy people.
Good, good. Number 3.
Be generous
Of
and
course,
helpful.
caring for needy people, especially in this holy month.
Yes,
So being generous and helpful as well, they go hand in hand, 2 and 3.
of course, they're
4.
extremely related. Be an active citizen, be responsible. Yes, I think by respecting the lockdown measures, you
Exactly.
show that you are a good
And by raising
responsible
awareness, the way you are going to do in
citizen.
your
Yes.
writing. Then,
Respect rules of confinement to protect yourself and others. It's also
So-
related to being responsible and being
Exactly.
an active citizen by respecting the
do
confinement
not
rules and
break the rules
lockdown
of
measures,
confinement and
of
lockdown
course.
measures, that's right, and physical and social distancing.
Yes.
6,
Care about your family, friends, countrymen.
we need to care about
We need to
others,
help
yes,
others.
those people, especially
Our
family,
neighbors,
friends, countrymen.
relatives,
People who are
and-
close to us.
Yes.
7,
Be creative. Think of new style of life. Yes. Now you
like
can,
what?
Like reading, watching movies, playing family games,
That's right.
revising, maybe
Yeah.
studying. So that's using time sensibly.
Playing with relatives, family members.
Family members,
Yes, especially
yes,
close relatives.
Yes.
Yes. 8,
Spend quality time with your family members. The same idea. They
same
go together.
ideas. And we finish with
And practice your
practicing
hobbies
your
if they
hobbies.
are indoor hobbies, not outdoor hobbies.
exactly.
So-
Remember that they are indoor ones.
Indoor
so
ones.
do not leave your home until further
Yes.
notice. Well, splendid.
I think I have a lot of ideas now. I can write it
You
easily
can write it,
and we not escape, right?
right.
No need to block.
So in a couple of days, maybe I can see your
Hopefully, yes. I'll
your
do
post.
my best to write it as
Okay,
soon
please
as
tag
possible.
me so that I can read it.
Of course, I will, sir.
So thank you very much, our dear students. Thank you for watching us. Hope you have liked this session and hope to see you in the next session.
So thank you for watching and goodbye.
Goodbye.